All right, we are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my YouTube channel. Are you there? All right, I want you to be there. It's going down. We finally got it going. Thanks to YouTube for allowing me to get in here and kick it with my fans. I need for all of y'all to come on in. Everybody that's logging in, come on in. Let's talk about it today. Let me let you in on some things that you probably didn't know about me and my career. So, first and foremost, giving honor to the creator for us all being here and, being allowed to just get together one more again, okay? How's everybody doing? All right, all right, all right. Well, if you see me with a jacket on, it's because they have it like -0 degrees in my house because they love this air conditioner and I hate it. But anyway, I am here just to chop it up with you guys. It's been a few days. I usually go on my Instagram and bring all this news to you, but because of the trolls out there in the field, I had to switch it up. And it's actually a good thing for me that I was able to start a YouTube channel and kind of get you guys a little bit more invested in what is going on. First and foremost, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. It means so much to me that you are here with me. All right, let me just make sure I get my coffee and everything together here. I see it, I see it, I see it. Are we on there? Do I have my followers? Are they the people that chimed in? Are you there?
Gregory Harvest says hello.
Hi, Gregory. What's going on?
Candy John said, hey, good
Candy, what's happening, babe? So good to hear from you guys.
Let's talk under the tree says, looking good.
Thank you. I thank you so much. I got my glasses on. I'm turning into an old lady. I need my readers, honey. Don't worry, you keep living, you're going to need them too. Y'all know me. I'm very transparent. I try to keep it real. Today, I'm going to share some stuff with you guys that maybe you knew or maybe you didn't know. But I'm going to take you back to a time when I was working with some of these superstars that you all absolutely love today. And I was working with them on the ground floor. So I'll name a few and then I'll give you a description of what we did. And you can actually go and research it for yourself. I'm going to leave a link in the description of this taping so that you can go back and research it and look at the video for yourself. Okay, is that all right? All right. I'm assuming that you said yes, because I can't see a darn thing with these. Sip of coffee, just a second. Ooh, that's delicious. Delicious. Anyway, I'm going to take you back to 1995. I know some of y'all were still just babies. But while y'all were still just babies, I was trailblazing in the industry. I had just come upon a good publishing deal, working with the likes of Jocelyn Cooper, who had Midnight Music or Midnight Songs at the time. And I was enlisted because I was known as a person that was just a hard worker and would get the job done. That was my character. I would get the job done. And they had put together a movie called Panther, not Black Panther, Panther in 1995. And they needed someone who could handle 100 women or more on a song. The song was penned by Big Gipp's wife, Joy, at the time. And the song was titled Freedom. The list went on and on and on for who's who on the soundtrack. There was, if I just had to name a few, you had SWV, you had Vanessa Williams, you had TLC, you had Aaliyah, you had Mary J. Blige, you had Layla Hathaway, you had Sounds of Blackness, you had Karen Wheeler, You had oh God, what's the young lady named Tonya who sang with Lauryn Hill in the movie. Oh Jesus, I can't get. I forgot. But I went blank. But anyway, In Vogue was there, and I had the luxury of giving each one of the girls a line to sing in the song Freedom. The song, there were more girls than there were lyrics in the song, so I had to create background parts. And what I did was I created some background parts for In Vogue since they were a group, and so I had to make them sing their parts together, uh, which turned out to be a vocal arrangement. Um, Michelle and Cello was there, and she plays bass and can sing her butt off too. So I had to find a way to give each girl a line in the song. I have to tell you though, right off the gate, the easiest, most pleasant person to work with that at that time was Aaliyah. That young lady sat down the entire day. She was never pressed, pressured, or, impatient. She sat there until it was time for her to sing, and she nailed it. I'm not saying that everybody else was, impatient, but what I am saying is her spirit got to you before that lovely smile did. She was just such a pleasure to work with. Shout out to Aaliyah. Rest in peace, baby girl. But anyway, Karen Wheeler, Layla Hathaway, Queen Latifah, Mary J. Blige, Vanessa Williams, and SRV, they basically opened up the song. And then you had the dance hall queen at the time, Patra, who threw her twist on it, and it was alive. And there I was standing up on a podium like a maestro, directing all the girls, and there was a lot of girls or young women. Karen White, they were all there, and everybody was waiting on their part. And lo and behold, we pulled it off. It was a masterpiece of work. Only thing is, I kept my back turned the entire time directing. I wanted to make sure that it was so on point. I wasn't concerned about being seen in the camera, and I realized in the end when it was all over, I'm like, wow, I didn't give myself a line in the song. And it didn't matter because I had worked so hard to make sure that everybody else did their very best. And I was so proud, and like I said, to be able to work with all those divas, because they are divas, and have them all stay in their place at the time was what I was very good at. Because the first thing I said when everybody came into the room is, listen, all egos out the door. We ain't having none of that, because everybody in here can do this. Shout out to my girl, Nikki from Brownstone. She actually got a dope line as well in the song, in which you'll see. So when you guys get a chance, make sure you go to the description when you start up this live, and you can click on that, or at least look up the video, and you'll get to see just how many people I had the pleasure of working with. On that same soundtrack, I'm going to share another secret with you guys. I also was asked to help produce the vocals, or at least get the arrangements right, for Usher and Monica. They did a duet together called Let's Straighten It Out. It was a remake song, which you can also go on YouTube and pull up Usher and Monica's Let's Straighten It Out. It's a duet with the two of them. And lo and behold, that's me, none other than your girl, in the background, doing the live funky, straighten it out, let's just straighten it out. I was very known for just coming up with counterparts and doing little things like that, and not knowing how huge the both of them would be by this time. They're both superstars. But, they had to start somewhere, and they began very early. And I was just blessed enough to have, been in the room when they got, those breaks, those breakout moments that shaped the fabrics of their careers. So when I tell you it's a lot of stuff I've done, a lot of people I've seen, a lot of rooms I've sat in, a lot of songs I've participated in that some of them I forget. But these are iconic moments, that happened. I can remember, working with Queen Latifah one time when she was very hard on herself about her vocals, and she could sing, and I knew she could sing, and I just wanted her to know that she could sing. So I was very good at boosting everybody's confidence and giving them that it thing that they needed to push forward. So shout out to Queen Latifah for that. That was a good time for me because it meant that they believed in me, they trusted me with the work. And shout out to Jocelyn Cooper, Midnight Songs, Midnight Music, for giving me the opportunity to work on that track. Joy, she did an amazing piece of work. That song came out the same time as right behind Black Men United, if you remember that song. When that song came out, I also was, excited about that for all of, the crooners and the hard down singers, Brian McKnight, and all those guys was putting in work. And I can remember one brother had just gotten signed to Jive. He was the only one he was upstairs, and I had heard him sing, I want to say earlier that day. And I said, hey, you got to go get that kid upstairs because he can blow. And lo and behold, you guys know him today as Joe, the singer Joe. And they took my word for it, and they got him. He came downstairs and sang on Black Men United. And you can hear him. It's towards the end of the song, but he killed the track. So shout out to Joe for that. I've been, like I said, I've been in some rooms. I've watched Lenny Kravitz come in and play on that track. We did it. That was done at Battery Studios in New York. And like I said, it's just so many people that I rubbed elbows with, and most of them all of them were really good. I just want you to stay. This is my 8th episode of Secrets Revealed. I need to let you know, 8. We're at the number 8. The number 9 episode, I'm going to give you a sneak peek into that. I'm going to be talking to you about the time I cooked a lot of soul food for some artists who were so glad to get that food. By the time I sent it to the studio, I was the it girl for the food. So I'm going to share that with you on episode 9. But episode 8 is clearly about Panther, 1995, all those incredible artists, Aaliyah, Queen Latifah, En Vogue, Vanessa Williams, TLC, SWV, Mary, Karen Wheeler, all of those people, Karen White, all of those important people that entrusted me to do my job. I thank you, and I just want to say it was a pleasure to work with you. And hey, y'all need to go check it out. Monica and Usher, listen, had I known you guys were going to be the superstars that you are today, baby, I would have done about 5 or 6 more songs with you. But guess what? It's okay, because I was there. Sometimes people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And that is my message today. A reason, a season, or a lifetime. And it's obvious that was the season for all of us to do it. The reason was standing out front. Lifetime is still a memory for me. It's going to always be a lifetime memory. So, anybody got any questions about my secret I revealed today? If I can answer it, I'm going to answer it. Let's roll away. Come on, guys. Let me know what you're thinking.
Rob said you're getting better at this.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm just happy about being able to share some things with you guys that you will not know unless it's told to you. And you know, most people get a movie, most people get a book. I haven't gotten either one of them yet, even though, you know, I'm thinking about it. But it's nothing like getting it from the horse's mouth. I'm telling you, because social media has made it available for us to just, you know, kick it. And I want to be as transparent as I can possibly be. Thank you.
Dexter Kilpatrick says, love you, Angie.
I love you more, Dexter. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Brittany Logan says, hi, Miss Angie Stone.
Hey, Brittany. How are you?
The Dab Father says, do you have any Diddy stories?
Do I have any Diddy stories? Well, I was talking, you can go on my feed, because I've shared everything that I was going to share. But yes, I will say this. Diddy cried out to the Lord, and I'm still going to say that I was very proud of him for doing that. And we, you know, we're not judge or jury. We didn't bring him in here, so we can't take him out. We got to allow that man to cry out to God and see just how this pans out. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm staying out of it.
Jay's One of a Kind says, I love you and shout me out.
Hey, Jay's One of a Kind. That's your shout out, boo.
Christian Merrick says, thanks for sharing with us. She says, what was the inspiration for the song Bottles and Cans?
Hey, get out of get out of it. That's my son. Okay, Christian, thank you. I'm glad that you're getting something
Christian,
out of it.
what up, baby?
But the inspiration for Bottles and Cans, it was penned by a young man by the name of Gerald Isaac. He is actually Joe's manager right now. But I can tell you that it means a lot, because bottles and cans mean you're so in love that you'll turn into a homeless junkie to stay in the midst of it, okay? I'd rather be picking up bottles and cans. If you can't be my man, it's self-explanatory. Ta-da!
Ross said, I saw your show at City Winery in Atlanta.
Oh, Rob, did you like that cool vibe that I created? Well, I wanted to have, I wanted to make it like it was in, you know, my chill space. Didn't want to do overkill. I kind of wanted to just sit down and kick it like I would do. We was having a cookout and just, you know, playing spades, you know, and singing songs. That's what I wanted to do. So I wanted to create an atmosphere, and I actually like it a lot.
Candy Jones says she's proud of you and she wants you to know that she was a fan way before she knew that y'all were family.
Oh, my cousin Candy Jones. I love you, Candy. Candy, it means so much to me that she genuinely loves me, because she would be at every show and I would always see her, and then I find out that we're related, we're cousins. And the crazy part is she comes to every function. Money is no, she's never asked me for a free ticket, and she can have all the free tickets she wants. But at the end of the day, she has always been a genuine supporter. I love you to the moon and back, cuz you already know how we do. Thank you so much. And you know me, I'm going to continue to represent us like I'm supposed to.
So Jamal MC wants to know if you had to go back in time with all of your albums. I think he meant to say which would you do a video for, but he says would you do a video from each album? Like one video from each album. That's what he meant.
If I had to go back in time, yes, and I could afford to, I would go and do a video to all the songs that were personally touching for me. Like when I was with Vertical Hole, there's a lot of songs on the Vertical Hole project that people slept on. There's a song on there called Let Me Break It Down to You. That song is so cold-blooded. I did it with a guy named Kyle West. He was with the group Key West. He worked with Al B. Sure. Al B. Sure and them did Night and Day. It had that same vibe to it. I would have loved to have done a video to that song. Also, there's a song called on a Vertical Hole album called Heartbreak Survival. It's one of my favorites. One day I might actually create something that I can actually put together somewhat of a silhouette of songs that mean the most to me and kind of put actors to them and do that, because I think my songs, you know, you get them when I can sing them in your face. Like Remy Red, So Pissed Off. You know, everybody wants to know what So Pissed Off, how would you do So Pissed Off? And I would just be up in dude's face like, nah, you mad because you messed up? You know, that kind of way. But yeah, I would actually go back and pick a song from each album and do it, because there is some significance in each album. Great question.
Okay, you want some more?
Yeah, give me a couple of more questions.
Okay, so here's a comment. Dexter Kilpatrick says, Angie, you need a Dodgers jacket.
Listen, Dex, Kilpatrick, I just needed a warm jacket. It could have said Timbuktu, and I put it on. But I got you. Want to send me one? I'll put it on. You send. Oh, which reminds me, I am going to be making some packages where I'm giving away gifts. I'm trying to just get my followers to invest into the real, and I'm making special packages. I don't want to show you what's going to be in them, but you're going to love it. So before we get to, say, episode 10 or 12, I will have it set up so that you guys can lobby in for those surprise bags. And I'll make sure to personally send them out to you. Okay?
Okay. The next question is, what was the creation process behind the Art of Love and War album?
Okay, the creation process. Who gave me that question?
Gregory Harvard.
Okay, Gregory. Okay, I'm going to tell you something that you didn't know. The creation behind that project goes way, way deep. The Art of Love and War, I cut that whole album in Marvin Gaye's studio. John McClain, who is the official overseer of Marvin Gaye's estate, actually was considering giving me a parking space there. And when you go in there, you know, he doesn't let everybody into that room. I took my photo shoot there, and if you look at those big wooden doors that I'm leaning on, those are called war doors. They were imported. Marvin Gaye had them imported. The Art of Love and War it came from that energy. I did the entire album there. And I can tell you, I didn't want to leave out the room because the spirit of Marvin was there. And I would be singing on the mic, and if something didn't go right, the lights would flick. They would flicker. And it was like Marvin was saying, do it again. So the Art of Love and War, meaning this is a love album, but you're in a room where there was a lot of war, a lot of spiritual war that went on. So the Art of Love and War was derived from the space that I was in. You would never know that had you not asked that question. But those doors that I'm leaning on are real war doors that Marvin Gaye owned, and I used everything I could out of that studio. So when I go there, I sleep there, I hang out. It's a wonderful place to be. And I'm waiting for October London to go up in there because I know he would evoke the spirit of Marvin like right away.
We got another question. Runway Boutique wants to know, how was it working with Andrea Martin and Alicia Keys?
Oh wow, Andrea, what's her name?
Andrea Martin.
Oh, I know her name, but what the
Alicia Keys. Oh, it was from Runway Boutique.
Okay, Runway Boutique. I want to give you a shout out. When I tell you, I was just talking about Andrea Martin the other day because that was my girl. She was the GOAT. When I say she is so talented, was so talented, it was unreal. And whenever she did something, it was bona fide. Alicia and I were cool. We were very cool. So working with Alicia has always been a pleasure because they looked up to me, and she never disrespected me. It was always I looked towards Angie for whatever. Fantasia did the same thing. Jennifer Hudson did the same thing. I was like the senior. They were freshmen, sophomores, and juniors coming into the label. So who did they go to? Let's go to our big sister Angie. So I had the luxury of, being a helpmate to all of these young women who at a time or another, they would look up to me, they would call me, they would ask me questions, as well as Keisha Cole. You'd be surprised at some of them that just needed good sound advice. The one thing they knew about me is I was genuine. So I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. So I loved working with Andrea Martin. I mean, by far one of the best songwriters I know. And Alicia Keys, I mean, the proof is evident. She worked real hard. She rose to the occasion. She looked great. It was an easy fit because they already knew they wanted to make her a superstar.
One more question.
One more question.
All right, from Christian Myrick. Christian wants to know, what advice would you give to a songwriter trying to break into the industry?
All right, Christian Myrick. The advice I would give any songwriter is if you believe in you, don't accept anything less. Write until your heart is content, because I do know this. I stroll through TikTok and YouTube, and sometimes I not meet or hear the most incredible songs I've ever heard. I hear the most incredible songs when I'm on hold on the phone. And I'm like, who wrote these lyrics? If I were you, when I started writing, I would experiment with words that I didn't understand. I was a cheerleader, so I used to rhyme a lot. If the word rhymed to me, I didn't care what it meant at the time. I was young and I just wanted to make it, make it stick. I'll give you an example. I wrote a cheer. I was with my girl Cheryl, and I wrote a cheer. It says, the velocity of the varsity is bad. It's really bad. VELOCITY, tell me why. Do you question me about our varsity? Okay, now, I didn't know what it meant at the time, but I went and I looked it up after I wrote it. And velocity actually meant the speed. It meant speed. So I was like, okay, it can work. Because basically what I'm saying is the speed of our team, you can't do nothing with us because we're the fastest, we're the best. But that was my way of writing. So I'm telling you to dare yourself to do something that you would never think could work. It might just work. Okay?
Alrighty.
All right, listen, guys. I have had a wonderful time today. I will be on again tomorrow. Well, tomorrow I have a show, so I won't be on tomorrow. I'm actually going to be doing a concert for a pregame show for the Atlanta Falcons versus the Saints. And I think I have to be there at 7. So, more than likely, I may get on earlier, but there will be a notification sent out to you. Check with my YouTube tomorrow to see. Maybe I'll go on right before my show and let you guys in on the secret. But up until then, I gotta work sometimes. Okay? So I have a show and I'm gonna shout all of you out again tomorrow. Any questions, wrap your head around them. Come on with them. Nothing crazy, because I don't do crazy now. Okay? Anyway, I love you guys. I thank you. I appreciate you so much. Until tomorrow, be easy.